Hello, I am Ayza and this is my little creative assistant Aida. You're watching the channel Ayzartia. If you like what I do, please comment below. Make sure to put a like if you like what we do, and also don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell to make sure that you are not missing any of our new videos. Thank you for watching and enjoy! Hello and welcome back. Since Father's Day is coming up, a lot of people ask me, what do you do, what do you give as a gift for Father's Day? So previously we've been doing cards with hearts, cards with ties, all kinds of cards. But I also heard so many times when a person says, oh, I deserve a medal. Okay, that phrase, medal, that's what we're going to do today. So follow closely and learn how to make a medal out of the construction paper and other recyclable objects. So first thing first, I'm going to show you just an example of what I am doing. I'm taking a ruler and I'm measuring 2 inches from each side. 1, 2, 2, and I'm doing now a horizontal line across those 2 lines. There you go. Now this is my 2-line mark that I'm going to cut and fold. Now you have to fold each so it looks like a little fan. At the end, you end up with something like this. That you can fan out and glue together. So as you can see, it does not have to be too wide, like maybe 5 centimeters or a ½ inch. Doesn't have to be precise, as long as it has the fan of a fan. See, when it comes out like that, that's what we're looking for. See that? You can glue them together too by using a glue stick. So then your little fan becomes bigger, and repeat it as many times as needed until you have a full circle. If you're trying to make them identical, I would like to use the previous made one and align that so I know where exactly to bend them. There you go. So I marked it. And now I keep going with the rest of it. Now I'm going to use this glue stick to glue them all together. Wow, it folds nicely. So now I have to connect these 2 sides and we're going to call it done. Last one.
Ого! Класс! А это что? Цветочек?
Nice.
Это что, цветочек?
Похоже, да? Now in order to keep that together, we are going to put a little bit of glue. So I have this glue. I wanna put it all together, so I'm going to drop a little bit hot glue in the center. You can take another piece of paper and just place it on top of that. Another circle or anything, just so it can hold everything together. Because you're going to apply that cap on top of that. So we just want it to stay. That's the only thing that we're looking for, like that. See? so it holds it together. On the other side, I want it to be a little bit prettier, so I'm going to cut out a little circle and place it on the other side. Again, you have to hold it together so it's all nice and tight. A little bit of hot glue in the middle. And cover that with that little circle that we just cut up. See how it holds together? Now, I want to do the little ribbons. So I'm going to set this aside. And for the ribbons, I want to do only 1 inch instead of 2. For preschoolers, the perfection is not the goal. What we are looking for is the process that they go through. So as long as they're able to cut with the scissors by themselves, that's what we're looking for. The rest will come with age and experience. So that's where we're going to attach it. But first, I would like to glue it together. See how I'm attaching them as an angle? So it creates that little A shape, or if you flip it, the V shape. And now I'm going to cut it off to make it look as a V shape. I'm going to use the same glue and place it on top. So now our back side is all ready to go. So now we're getting ready to paint. First, I want to paint my little cap. So I'm going to make the blue metal, and for that I would need blue acrylic. Ideally, if you work with acrylics, it's best to clean the area. So if you look at with plastic, you know, you make sure that you degrease the area with alcohol, then you apply the gesso, but we're going to make it really, really simple. And for that, I'm just going to do this. The whole thing before you can cut it out, or you don't have to cut it out at all if you don't want to. Just paint it over. Even if you don't paint it over, it still looks good. One important thing with acrylics is not only to wear the appropriate clothing so you're not going to get messy, but also to wash your brushes right away, because when acrylic dries out, it becomes hard like plastic, and there's nothing you can do after your brush dries out. Now we're going to set this aside to dry. And now we're going to come back to our little centerpiece. Now all we need to do is wait for the acrylic to dry and place it on top. If you have a hair dryer, you can blow dry the whole area so it dries out a lot faster. Or you can just give it time. So I have dried it out completely. Now I can safely touch it and it's not going to go anywhere. I'm going to use my glue gun again. Make sure to put a lot of that beautiful magic on your thing. There you go. Now you have to wait until it completely finishes, and then I'm going to use a different color to write on top of that. Okay, so next step, I'm going to write on top of that. So for that, I'm going to mix yellow and white. So the reason I like to mix white into my yellow is so then the yellow becomes brighter. You don't need a lot, just a tiny little bit. It's not even a half, just a tiny little drop. Make sure to wash the brush right away if you're using acrylic, because that's extremely important. Just like it is important to change your water, which I am going to do. Okay, so now I've changed my water. I'm going to take a little brush with a nice point, like this. It's called a round brush, number 3. And I'm going to start with the middle on top. So the reason I started with the letter A is because I want it to be right in the center. And the only way for me to make sure that everything is centered out is by starting from the center. Make sure you don't breathe when you paint. Of course, I'm kidding, but it does help to get a steady hand. And obviously, our father is going to get a number 1 place. Of course, you can go back to that and make it